Hey, look who came back from the dead. I have been quite busy and I have not posted much lately, so I wanted to give an update as to why, what's going on, and what's coming down the pike. So let's get right into it. The first thing I want to do is I want to thank again Patty and Gary Litchfield for being my 1,000th subscribers. Uh, I think they were actually number 1002 because the first two subscribers I could not identify. And so, as I posted the first one at 1,000 or past 1,000, I could identify would be the winner of the laser engraved granite. And Gary was the 1,000th one that I could identify. Excuse me. So I want to thank Gary and Patty for allowing me to do their wedding picture on the granite and get it to them. They actually received it today and they're very pleased with it, so that makes me feel good. So what has been keeping the old man busy? Quite a bit, really. I finished up several woodworking projects that I had going on, and in the meantime, at the end of the last school year, I did a rush job for our local school district, and they asked me to fill out the forms and become a approved vendor for the school district. So I did all that. That took quite a while to do it, quite a bit of paperwork. In fact, there was a 32-page application that I had to complete that met requirements for the school district as well as for the state of Texas. So that was completed and turned in, so I'm waiting for the school board to officially designate me as an approved vendor. I'm hoping to get that designation a little bit later on this month when the school board meets. The other thing that I had to do, and this took quite a bit more to do, I had to get permission from Kansas State University and get authorization and licensing to use their logo, which is the logo that our local school district uses. There was quite a bit that I had to do to make all that happen, including sending them samples of some of the work that I want to be selling with the logos on there. And so that meant I had to purchase some samples of the items that I wanted to sell to the schools and submit those for approval. And those were approved, and I officially received my license and certification this week. So now I am authorized to use the Kansas State University logo on anything that I want to make or sell. It does not have to be just to the school. I can make it for individuals. I am licensed and authorized to do that, and I do have the seals to affix to the projects that I manufacture with those logos. So those two things right there, paperwork and time-wise, really took pretty much all summer for me to get through, and summertime meaning from end of the school year until literally this week, to get done, get submitted, and wait for results. So those have tied me up quite a bit. The other thing, as many of you know, I've talked about to some of y'all, I am going to be moving probably the next 10 to 12 months. I had initially made plans. I was going to move out into the country with my son and daughter-in-law. They're building a new house, and I was going to be moving out there with them, but change of plans, I decided I'm going to buy the house that they're in right now, and that's going to keep me here in town. They're moving out in the country about 8 miles north of us out in the country. It's going to be a beautiful place where they're going to. It's out in the middle of almost 11 acres, and I'm jealous. But anyway, I'm going to be buying their house. Now, it's a little bit bigger house than I need, but that's okay. I love their house and have from the day they bought it. But I'm going to be going from this 12 by 16 shop that I'm in right now, and that I have been in for about the last 5 years, to a 4-car garage. And one bay will be an office area, and I'll be able to have conference tables, display areas, and I'm even going to have me a small area where I can shoot videos at. So it'll look a bit more professional than a crowded, dirty shop like I'm in right now. I promise you, I want to get better. The next 2 bays over are, it's a two bay garage. And the first bay will be my lasers. And in the next bay, I'm going to have a vented spray booth where I can finish inside, out of the weather, out of the elements, out of the bugs. And I'll have exhaust fans outside to vent everything out. And then the other portion of the shop I'll use for storage for my materials, as well as my lawn. I'll have to have spots for my lawn drawers and things like that. But so I'll have storage area in there as well. And then the last bay, the last single car garage bay, is actually going to be my wood shop. And that's going to allow me to have 2 bays, or a bay in between the wood shop and my lasers. And it's also going to allow me to have a door, and that's going to help keep the sawdust off of my lasers. So it's going to help maintain and and add to the life of my lasers, which obviously that's I want to see happen. So what I've got to do now, I've got to start getting my house ready to sell. I've been in my house for, I don't know, 44, 45 years, somewhere right along in there. And so there's some things that I want to do before I sell it. And so I don't want to be rushed and having to do a whole bunch of things right at the last minute. I want to take my time and just work on these at my own pace and try to kind of space this all out so that it's not crammed in on me at the last minute. What I'm hoping to do is, like I said, 10 to 12 months from now, you know, any from December on, just depends on how quick my son and daughter-in-law's house gets built as to how quick I want to move in. But I want to do all this on my own pace. So I have stopped taking major woodworking jobs for now. I've got one left to fulfill. And this customer fortunately knows the situation I'm in, knows that I'm not taking any more work right now, and they do not have a timeline that they want their project completed in. So that takes pressure off of me, and it's going to allow me to work on it at my own pace and get it done. But so that's the whole purpose why you haven't seen or heard from me. Excuse me. So again, I'm in good health. For a 69-year-old man. I got ailments, but you know, getting old is not for sissies. But anyway, I'm in good health. That has not been the reason why I haven't been posting anything. It's for the reasons I just laid out to y'all. So I appreciate the well wishes, and there have been several of y'all have checked in with me to make sure I'm okay, and I am. Just making a lot of changes, and I'm looking forward to some of them that I'm going to be making. It's going to be different not living in the same house I've been in for 44, 45 years that my wife and I bought. Oh gosh, back in 1978. So yeah, 44 years. Wow, seemed like eternity. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the change. I think this is going to be good for me. It's going to be good for my business. And so we're just going to take it from there, and you know, the good Lord's going to lay out the path He wants us to travel, and we'll put one foot in front of the other, and we'll make the trek down the road, and we'll see where He takes us. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So until my next video, whenever that may be, please hug all your family and friends, let them know you love them, and God bless.